I know, right? How exciting.
Okay, you need to stomp around a lot, apparently. Apparently that helps with vitamin D.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
They've discharged me and referred me to rehabilitative. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Rehabilitation.
No, rehabilitative. Because I was like, I'm sure that's not how you say that word.
Cool, so like I said,
exercise clinic to try and help deal with my fatigue problems. Which is going to be great, because depending on where it is, I've got to actually get to the location to do it. Unless, and I'm really hoping, it's an online thing that I can do at home. But it's probably not, because it's probably going to have to be something they can observe to see my energy levels. I don't know. We'll see when I get the letter. Right, so let me tell you again what we're doing. So we need 3
working body parts.
That'd be great. 3 flaps that are 4 1/4 by 6 3/4 with a 1/2 inch flap. We then need 2 more that are also 4 1/4 but that are slightly longer. Did I put it back in here? Yes, I did. And we're going to do some fancy. Here you go. Play with a bit of thread.
That's just fancy.
Fancy folding so that we have a little bit of a gusset, which basically means there's a little bit of space underneath it. So I'm going to, this isn't going to let me use it. It might do.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't.
So I'm going to score at 6 1/4, which is what we want, and then on this one I'm going to score at 6 1/2 as well. So this one has a 1/4 inch gusset, and for this one I'm going to score at 6 1/4 and 6 3/8. So in between 6 1/4 and 6 1/2, and I will show you the look. So that's where both scored at 6 1/4, and then one is scored 1/8 inch past and one is 1/4 inch past. And that's just going to give us some spacing to tuck the other flaps underneath, which I'd completely forgotten about. Smooth motion without resistance like swimming doesn't work. It has to be walking vigorously that uses muscle, bone and joints. Of course, smooth motion exercise is good too. Doesn't help with vitamin D deficiency and osteopenia. I had not heard of that, so that's really good to know, thank you. So this one has a 1/4 inch gusset now, which means the other flaps can sit underneath it. And then this one will have 1/8 inch. They are quite fine scores, but you'd be surprised at the difference they make, just having that tiny bit of space. So this one now has a very thin 1/8 inch gusset. So if I put this inside of this one, there we go, you can see there is a little bit of a gap in between, and that's going to let the others tuck under, which is what I didn't do the first time, because there you go, that's how you like sitting upstairs. I have many faces of her like this because this is how she sits upstairs, and it's not bothering her at all.
Of course not. She's too super cute to be bothered by your silliness.
It's also that she sits with thread like that over her face the whole time anyway. You are so funny, my baby. I think you're still a bit early. So if I grab one of the flat ones, now I've got to get this section lined up. Let me clip that there. So now, yes, thank you, Kitten.
Kitten knows how to help, don't worry.
So there we've got one that's flat, one that's 1/4 inch, one that's flat, which is the first one, that will fold flat, one that's got 1/8 inch, and then one that's got 1/4 inch.
Kitten is so funny.
She is funny.
I love Kitten.
I've been trying different methods of adding loose leaf pages to my Fallout journal. Nice! Should we lift this back up so you can actually see me or you?
They don't want to see me. They want to see you. They just want to hear me terrorize you.
Yes. Right, I'm going to attempt to stick them on here and see, because that's going to be covered anyway. Fuck it, let's try it. Where did I put the glue? Kitten knocked over the glue.
But of course.
And now I've got the cat fur on my face. I think that's actually...
Well, if you keep stroking the cat.
I know, right? Right.
What'd you think was gonna happen? Hey, what happened?
Cool. Okay. So I'm starting with the one that has the biggest gusset. But again, we're just putting glue on the 1/2 inch piece.